Guessing challenge. Think you know the ages of these football superstars? Let's put your knowledge to the test. The magician on the field, Lionel Messi. How old do you think Lionel Messi is? Lionel Messi is 36 years old. The young sensation of football, Kylian Mbappé. Can you guess Kylian Mbappé's age? Kylian Mbappé is 25 years old. The goal-scoring machine, Karim Benzema. What's the age of Karim Benzema? Karim Benzema is 36 years old. The prolific striker, Robert Lewandowski. How old is Robert Lewandowski? Robert Lewandowski is 35 years old. The midfield maestro, Kevin De Bruyne. What's the age of Kevin De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne is 32 years old. The Egyptian king, Mohamed Salah. Can you guess Mohamed Salah's age? Mohamed Salah is 31 years old. The young goal-scoring sensation, Erling Haaland. How old do you think Erling Haaland is? Erling Haaland is 23 years old. The Senegalese superstar, Sadio Mane. What's the age of Sadio Mane? Sadio Mane is 31 years old. The defensive wall, Virgil van Dijk. How old is Virgil van Dijk? Virgil van Dijk is 32 years old. The midfield maestro, Luka Modric. Can you guess Luka Modric's age? Luka Modric is 38 years old. The Brazilian flair, Neymar. What's the age of Neymar? Neymar is 31 years old. The living legend, Cristiano Ronaldo. How old is Cristiano Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo is 38 years old. The young English talent, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Can you guess Trent Alexander-Arnold's age? Trent Alexander-Arnold is 25 years old. The versatile defender, João Cancelo. What's the age of João Cancelo? João Cancelo is 29 years old. The German midfield dynamo, Joshua Kimmich. How old do you think Joshua Kimmich is? Joshua Kimmich is 28 years old. The Brazilian midfield enforcer, Casemiro. How old is Casemiro? Casemiro is 31 years old. The young Spanish talent, Pedri. Can you guess Pedri's age? Pedri is 20 years old. The Brazilian winger with flair, Vinicius Jr. What's the age of Vinicius Jr.? Vinicius Jr. is 23 years old. The English rising star, Phil Foden. How old do you think Phil Foden is? Phil Foden is 23 years old. The versatile English talent, Bukayo Saka. What's the age of Bukayo Saka? Bukayo Saka is 22 years old. The young English midfielder, Jude Bellingham. Can you guess Jude Bellingham's age? Jude Bellingham is 20 years old. The Canadian speedster, Alphonso Davies. How old is Alphonso Davies? Alphonso Davies is 23 years old. The Brazilian midfield anchor, Fabinho. What's the age of Fabinho? Fabinho is 30 years old. The Portuguese midfield maestro, Bruno Fernandes. How old do you think Bruno Fernandes is? Bruno Fernandes is 29 years old. The Serbian goal-scoring sensation, Dusan Vlahovic. How old is Dusan Vlahovic? Dusan Vlahovic is 24 years old. The South Korean superstar, Son Heung-min. What's the age of Son Heung-min? Son Heung-min is 31 years old. The Algerian magician, Riyad Mahrez. Can you guess Riyad Mahrez's age? Riyad Mahrez is 32 years old. The Portuguese midfield maestro, Bernardo Silva. What's the age of Bernardo Silva? Bernardo Silva is 29 years old. The Italian midfield maestro, Jorginho. How old do you think Jorginho is? Jorginho is 31 years old. The French midfield dynamo, N'Golo Kanté. What's the age of N'Golo Kanté? N'Golo Kanté is 32 years old. The Brazilian shot-stopper, Ederson. How old do you think Ederson is? Ederson is 30 years old. The French midfield powerhouse, Paul Pogba. What's the age of Paul Pogba? Paul Pogba is 30 years old. The Argentinian talent, Lautaro Martinez. How old do you think Lautaro Martinez is? Lautaro Martinez is 26 years old. The Colombian sensation, Luis Diaz. What's the age of Luis Diaz? Luis Diaz is 26 years old. The Italian midfield maestro, Marco Verratti. How old is Marco Verratti? Marco Verratti is 30 years old. The French defensive rock, Raphael Varane. How old do you think Raphael Varane is? Raphael Varane is 30 years old. The German defensive stalwart, Antonio Rudiger. What's the age of Antonio Rudiger? Antonio Rudiger is 30 years old. The legendary German goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. How old is Manuel Neuer? Manuel Neuer is 37 years old. The English speedster, Kyle Walker. Can you guess Kyle Walker's age? Kyle Walker is 33 years old. The young English midfielder, Declan Rice. How old do you think Declan Rice is? Declan Rice is 24 years old. The English midfield enforcer, Calvin Phillips. What's the age of Calvin Phillips? Calvin Phillips is 27 years old. The Brazilian midfield talent, Bruno Guimarães. How old is Bruno Guimarães? Bruno Guimarães is 25 years old. The Spanish midfield anchor, Rodri. Can you guess Rodri's age? Rodri is 26 years old. The Brazilian defensive stalwart, Marquinhos. What's the age of Marquinhos? Marquinhos is 29 years old. The young English defender, Fikayo Tomori. How old is Fikayo Tomori? Fikayo Tomori is 25 years old. The versatile Austrian defender, David Alaba. Can you guess David Alaba's age? David Alaba is 30 years old. The young French talent, Ibrahima Konate. How old is Ibrahima Konate? Ibrahima Konate is 24 years old. The Argentine defensive rock, Christian Romero. What's the age of Christian Romero? Christian Romero is 25 years old. The versatile Argentine defender, Lisandro Martinez. How old do you think Lisandro Martinez is? Lisandro Martinez is 25 years old. The Uruguayan rising star, Darwin Núñez. What's the age of Darwin Núñez? Darwin Núñez is 24 years old. Thanks for joining our age guessing game. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more fun. See you next time.